Good morning. Out on my walk with Chuck, my trusty sidekick, yes. And I'm reminiscing about a team I used to lead, a team I used to be on in learning and development. And every time we would try to push the boundaries, every time we would try to turn up the dial, every time we would try to innovate, move our department forward, to help move the company forward, we would get involved in what we would call, brainstorming, collaboration. Come on, team, let's get together. We need to be able to figure out this problem. And so, of course, 5, 6, 7, 8 people come into the space, which means 5, 6, 7, 8 different ways of thinking, perspectives, experiences, emotional responses, personal levels of confidence and ability, different levels of emotional intelligence, different ways of working, lots of differences. United in the goal, yes, let's work on how do we push the boundary, how do we make it better, how do we carve a new path, a new trail. And so what I'm reminiscing about is the fact that, innovative spaces, collaborative spaces are not devoid of things like frustration, conflict, disagreement. In fact, they're fraught with them. They're supposed to be. How do we innovate or create something new if we're all in just agreement with one singular thought or way? Because the truth is, how many times do you or I think of something that is completely born out of a fresh, unthought of, never heard before idea or thought? It's almost unheard of. I've never created something entirely new. It's been an iteration. It's been a different perspective, but it's not new. And so when we think about leadership, and we think about working agile, and we think about innovating, maybe I implore, it's a great word, little side tangent, that when we think about the spaces, the emotions, the people, the how we're doing it, trying to remove the emotion from the workplace, no, we can't do that, because then we don't get innovation and creativity. What we need to engage our individuals on our team in and with is managing those emotions and knowing how to express them and use them towards the innovation and creativity. Because you see, I could be frustrated that something is hard and a problem is tricky. And I'm frustrated that we look from different angles. I'm annoyed that it's not as easy to figure out and it's taking a long time. I'm angry perhaps that my idea isn't the right idea. That's okay. All of those emotions are completely okay to have. Take a breath or 2 or 3, acknowledge the emotion as a data point, and then harness all of your other senses, your intuition, your wisdom, your experiences, your relationships with other people, the brain power of the other people in the room, the creativity perspective of other people in the room. Get more information into the space, not just the emotional information. Acknowledge that you're frustrated, upset, angry, annoyed, elated, despairing. Acknowledge those. And strengthen the relationship in how we behave in those emotions by allowing them to have their space, just not all the space. By giving ourselves a bit of distance from the emotion, by drawing upon our wisdom, our intellect, our intuition. And that's how we create psychological safety. That's how we create workplaces of innovation. That's how we hit bottom line results, become effective, efficient. That's how we tackle problems with engagement and retention. Is we allow emotions to be in the workplace. We just don't allow them to consume the workplace.